Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the week of February 14th. Now Gemini, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Gemini, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content for on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. So we're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread here. So let's go ahead and get all the cards out, and then we'll get everything in view and get right into it for you here. So, all right. Move this up a little bit here. All right, we'll take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. And something a little bit different this time, I'm going to take a few oracle cards to start out. I already shuffled the deck, so we're going to take a few of these, and I think one more here, and we'll get into it. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is a really nice card to find. You know, this is somebody who's concerned, or focused rather, on building their empire. Okay, this is a person of empires, right? And in fact, they may even already have that for themselves. And the way that they've sort of achieved wealth, the way that they've sort of achieved luxury and really a high status in life is by sticking to what they know and to sticking to to healthy routines. For the King of Pentacles, it's this idea that if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? And so for them, it's like, if something's working, why would they ever change that up? Type of energy when you get the King of Pentacles. So it says really fall back on your routines, really take a look at, you know, are you being disciplined? You know, do you have healthy habits going on? All of those sorts of things have led to this person sitting in the gold throne, having the gold crown, having the nice clothes, all of that, right? And so that's how you can kind of approach this King of Pentacles. It may also say that some of you need to mix it up, because for the King of Pentacles, just like if something is working, the problem that they can run into is if something's not working, they have a little bit of a hard time with change. And so it can say that you may want to change something up, but you do have this energy of success in business with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, like pretty heavily here. So I definitely like to see that for you in this reading. So taking a look here, interestingly enough, in your current situation, you also have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have counterparts showing up here. And so King and Queen of Pentacles, you could think of this as like a power couple, just like you could think of the Emperor and the Empress as a power couple. But for some of you who are not here for like love or relationships or anything like that, you know, while the King of Pentacles might achieve a high status in their career, it's often said that the Queen of Pentacles may have a high social status. And not only that, but they're also a financially independent person, especially if you find the Queen of Pentacles single. Like they are also well off and well-to-do, and they have their own things going as well. And so for some of you here, taking a look at those parts of yourself, but the Queen of Pentacles can also say, like, you may want to take a look at your spending, you may want to take a look at your budgeting, your planning, and ask yourself, like, am I being practical right now when you get the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles makes practical choices. Now, in the problem position, you have the Hierophant. This could refer to your family. I don't normally get family from this Hierophant, but for whatever reason I am. And I'll tell you why, actually. There's a reason why. The Hierophant talks about conformity and tradition. And with that, it can be a major card of marriage. Marriage is a traditional structure in the tarot. It's a traditional, or I'm sorry, marriage is a traditional construct in our society, not in the tarot. Marriage is traditional, right? And so, but with that, I feel like maybe some of you have traditional or old school family, and this could be showing up as a problem for you here, because this is in the problem position, all right? You may need to be a bit of a nonconformist when the Hierophant shows up either reversed or in the problem position. You may need to, do something a little bit different here. Like you may need to be the black sheep of the family or whatever you want to call it. And so for some of you, that could be coming in here for sure in the problem position. Now, in the past, you have the Ten of Swords. This is an ending, okay? This is something that's completely done. And the Ten of Swords can represent, the thing about this is it can say that the worst is behind you when you put it in the previous position here. Or when you put it in the past position, it can say that the worst is behind you. So that's definitely good. But it does say that there's something that has completely ended in your life. And as it is showing up in the past, not only is potentially the worst behind you, but it can also say this is a time for you to release yourself from whatever was not serving you. If you have not spent time working through that, it's a time to release yourself from this situation. Now, in the future, you have the Five of Swords. So this is like the Ten of Swords' little brother. The thing about the Ten of Swords, let's just take a look at these cards together. The Ten of Swords is completely done. Okay, there's no going back. I've said that 100 different ways here when you get the Ten of Swords. The Five of Swords is something that's completely recoverable. Okay, it is a loss. It can be a defeat. It can be a challenge. But it does say that you are going to recover from this situation. And it does say that you will get stronger on the other side of this situation. And so do keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. So there may be challenges in your past. There may have been challenges in your past. There may be a challenge here coming up. And I feel like right now, because you can look at this first part of the Celtic Cross as, what's happening in your sort of world right now. And I do feel like maybe some of you are going through some struggles here. And I don't mean, I think it'll be different for everybody. But I think the key to all of this is letting go of traditional beliefs or the traditional way that you have dealt with these challenges in the past. Okay, I think this is the kind of core message for you here. On your conscious awareness, you're aware right now. On your thoughts, you are aware that you have to stand your ground. You have to stand up against somebody, or you have to, stand your ground. How else is there to say it? Like some of you maybe facing competition. This could be coming from the family unit, but it could also be coming, if it's not family for you, what could be happening here is this could be work related. This could be workplace competition, because the Hierophant can also represent the place that you work, an organization that you're a part of. And so when you get that Seven of Wands, that could certainly be the case here. And so it speaks to competition generally, but it also speaks, like I said, to sticking up for yourself and sticking to what you know is true for you. Now, in the subconscious, you have the Five of Pentacles. There's something around scarcity here showing up. Some of you may want to do some subconscious reprogramming. You can go online, and there are like videos online on YouTube where you can program your subconscious towards wealth. I'm not going to say that it's going to fix everything, and it doesn't mean that you'll like win the lottery or whatever, but this is the subconscious level, and some of you may be speaking to yourself in a negative way about money at this time as you have this Five of Pentacles showing up here. So you could also be feeling like a little bit unworthy when the Five of Pentacles comes up in the subconscious position. Like you may just be in a general scarcity mode, not just towards finances, but towards a situation in general. Like some of you may feel like I just have to take what I can get, or whatever the case may be. So don't play small at this time. I feel like for some of you it's about really working through some sort of challenge here with a traditional belief or a traditional way of handling a situation. Now, in the future, in the staff, in the direction that you are headed, you have in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is somebody who is so this is pre-Five of Pentacles energy, right? The Four comes before the Five. And this says that this person feels like they need to hold on to everything that they have, because if they don't hold on, they'll experience this Five of Pentacles, which is loss. And so this is also potentially a card of scarcity. This person feels like there will never be enough, but that could not be farther from the case. There are always more opportunities. And so for some of you, you may be, some of you may just be holding on to a financial situation here. I do think that there's something around money. I do think that perhaps some of you grew up with somebody who said like money doesn't grow on trees, or you had some sort of traditional family belief towards the way money is, the way money's earned, something like that here that I think you are working through at this time. Now, in the external influence, you do have the Emperor. Like I said, the Emperor and the King of Pentacles is incredible energy for business. This is a good omen in your business life. And both of these cards can generally refer to success in your life. The Emperor is all about, I always like to say, this is like big boss energy. This is the energy of bossing up, taking control of yourself, taking control of your life, of your business. This is all about authority and structure and just general success. Now, this can also refer to the father. This can also refer to the strict or the stern or the old school father potentially in your life. I do think some of you have that situation going on here, as you have the Hierophant in the problem position. You now have the Emperor and the external influence here. And so I do think that some of you are working through situations like that. In your hopes and fears, what you're really hoping for is success with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands refers to a big victory, a major victory in your life. It says that you have triumphed over the challenge of the Five of Wands and you're now given some sort of big victory. It can even represent public recognition. It can represent exceeding expectations. Some of you are really hoping for success. I would say move away from hope and move into fear, or move into feeling. God, that was awful of me to say. I didn't mean to say it like that. Move away from I hope this happens and move into I'm feeling this, or I can feel the success that's happening. That came out really bad, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Move away from fear, embrace hope, but also embrace the feeling of having success and the feeling of being successful. In the outcome, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups represents you potentially finding a business partner or potentially forming a partnership in your life in some ways. It's a very good card of like soul unions, soulmates, anything like that. It's actually my favorite love card in the tarot. And so for some of you, this is the week of Valentine's Day. For some of you, there could be a nice situation developing in your love situation, but this is going to be after you work through some sort of traditional belief and you embrace the feeling. Just to hammer that point home, you embrace the feeling of success. Not necessarily, oh, I hope this happens, but in fact, the feeling of having it happen. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this situation even more here and see what else we have. So you have the Death card. So this talks about a transformation happening in your life. Wow, actually, so in all of your clarifications here, you have the Death card, the Magician, and the Chariot. These are all major arcanas, okay? So this is you are dealing with big themes here, okay? The Death card says that there's a big change coming. It does not imply death or dying. It means that there's a big change in your life. There's a big transformation happening, and it's like going from the caterpillar to the butterfly is what you can think of when you get the Death card. The Magician is acting on a manifestation, and the Chariot is saying that through self-discipline, you will achieve a major victory in your life. So it's also a card of overcoming obstacles. Right now, the obstacle is this Hierophant energy here. Let's see what we have for your oracle messages. So you have the situation will improve, improving health, and peaceful resolution. Okay, so I definitely like to see that for you. Some of you could be concerned about a father figure or something like this going on. I do think that you're working through this. I do think that situations will turn around for you. And even if it's like arguing, if it's not anything to do with health, I do feel like the situation is improving as well. Let's go ahead and see what these are. So you have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Definitely like that energy here. And then you have Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved, as well as Knight, be brave and honest. Okay, so as long as you're being honest and you're being your most authentic self, Gemini, the whole world's going to open up to you, right? And I feel like you even have heart energies opening up to you here. Divine love, not just romantic love, but universal divine love coming in here with the Heart Guardian and the Two of Cups in the outcome. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.